get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Relieving the kings of all crowns.
So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
I don't wanna be Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard. Line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. Switch the outlaw. Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch. Shut up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On the set. You want the mic. On that, baby. On that. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Take off.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
49 the mic. 49 the mic.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Giants' 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
2 on the play. It's third down and goal to go.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Watch tight end. Hustle. Hey, got 4 down. Go, Mike.
They're going to look to throw. They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Got it.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Crunch. Yeah. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Yep. 55. Stop your whining. Hey, lock it. Check three. Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Ready?
On 2nd and 1, Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing Jones. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch. Hey, switch gears. Go.
Now Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good open. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On play action, they'll throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. Screen.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come. Pull it together. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Check 55, Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 43. 55's Mike, guys, 55. Big grip.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open man is Ross, complete. And running with power here. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, New York.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Outlaw. 55. Look at me. Go. Under 10. Hey. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, Sam off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Cowboys take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it. But you have to be careful about being... cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Go.
You gonna take. You got take.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Go, go, go.
Mike 51. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. Yo, yo.
Hey, orbit.
Yo.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Slam, slam, slam.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Now Jones on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Smith. Now.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Save. Watch.
Rock it.
No. Off.
Ready.
Throwing again. Jones. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Let's go now.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Watch twist.
Go out. 6-6. Pull it high.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Yes.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. 33 yards that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Check 15. Check 30.
Hard. Now.
It's Barkley on the counter. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check 4. Watch twist. Check 31.
Yep.
Staying open.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
That's how you score.
Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they top 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
We got 4.
Looking to throw. Katz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting. And the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
61, matchbox, right. Bravo. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Fair. Hey, lock it. Check 52. He
2nd and 6. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ready.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the 2nd quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the 1st quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Look at me. Door. Look at me. Zipper. Crystal, Travis. Shift. Hey. Motion. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. 8, read. 52. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, protein spill. Slam. Undercut. Hey, Sam off. Get it.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, keep it up. Check the hot read. Check 37.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Alpha. Check 52 is the mark. Check 52 is the mark. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. No. Go. You don't want it. No, Mike 52. Mike 52. Rock it. Deep grip.
Back to throw. Jones. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
To throw on third down, Katz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
51, Mike 51. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51. Bandit.
Looking to throw. Katz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey.
Again, it's Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Recon, 152 fighter. 52. I got you. I got you. Hey, Zoo. Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 23. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready to break.
Mike 51.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, check 24. Watch.
Hey, exit.
51.
Go.
51. It's been a long day for you. Go. Mike 51.
Mike.
2nd and 2. This pass complete to Higgins. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Joker.
Go.
Motion. 29.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Check. Hey, seam 6.
Alert 3.
61, matchbox lights. Go. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Katz, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Smooth. Right now. Kill, 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 kill.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. On second down, it's Pollard. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. 51 to Mike. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Katz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill.
Bam. Now.
Now it's Barkley. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 49 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alpha. Number 28, Mike, he's coming. He's coming.
To throw again. Katz looking for his running back, and he's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st and 10, Katz. Open man is Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Zach Ertz. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Giants 27, Cowboys 20.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Bang, 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 bang. Switch. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Kill. Hey, lock it.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
55 is my guy, 55. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Guard. Look, squeeze.
Shit. Watch the shit.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, watch it. Watch
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
80 weapons.
Check three.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 55 to mine.
Looking to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got to step it up.
Yep.
He's coming. Check in. He's coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, team 6. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Deon Cain. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Get ready.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Rock it. 2.
Jones to throw again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, orbit. Look at me, zipper.
Right here, guys. Fight 51, Mike.
Smooth.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone. You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. Now Jones throwing on fourth down. Going deep downfield for Roll. This is caught inside the 15. A gigantic call there in overtime. But it pays off with a first down.
First down, Giants.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
On the double.
On first down, Barkley. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 7-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Go.
Check. Lock.
Leo. 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Record. You got tight right there. Slip.
Hey.
This is Barkley. Oh, good move. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.